Hello. Mm. There we go. Oh, almost forgot my wrist brace. So, I have some stories to tell. Oh shit, I was afraid this would happen. Hold on. I accidentally set the full screen. There we go. God forbid I'm allowed to see my mouse while full screen. So, the steel is cooking. And while it's cooking, we have shit to do. Probably the most important item on our agenda right now is to I'm actually gonna take some of these. Is to finish that greenhouse expansion. And while I'm doing so, I can spin you a good yarn about my first day of non-employment in like, what, 7 months now? I'm officially an apprentice. I mean, there's no, like, written contract or anything. I'm officially an apprentice dog barber. And yesterday, I went for my first shift, which could have ended literally whenever I wanted to. Not because that's the way they do things, it's just, I mean, they're not paying me. I'm literally there for my own benefit, so I can leave whenever the fuck I want. And it was really nice. I was supposed to go in today, however, as I was coming home last night, I realized I was sniffing a little too much. And today, my nose is irritated, and my eyes are also irritated and very watery. And I realize I am sick. So, being a compassionate and caring person, I decide, hey, I'll text my boss to, like, see if it's a good idea to let me in or if that's, like, a bad idea since, one, I'm not working there, two, they could probably handle their own. Because, again, I'm literally just here for volunteer work. And three, I don't want to get anyone sick. Probably the most important one. Turns out my boss is immunocompromised. And she said it's probably for the best that you stay home today. So, my next shift is going to be Tuesday. Hopefully by then I would have gone through the worst of it. And we're also going to be planning my, like, official schooling. So, hopefully if I get in time, I will be in class by around January. And I'm gonna have to go to a completely different city. And this is the first time in my 28 years I've actually had to do that. Like, I was lucky that I lived a few blocks down from a college. I've never had to leave my parents, and I am an absolute fucking mama's boy. So, being away from Mama LaVie and Papa LaVie for so long, it's not like it's gonna take me years, by the way. It's gonna be like 8 to 10 weeks, I think. still, that's a long time in a new environment. And we're gonna have to set time aside to figure out... So I have to figure out something here. Oh, shit. Oh, no, it's just this. Fuck you. We're gonna have to figure out where I'm gonna stay in the meantime. One idea, and one I'm really hoping for, is that I can stay with my dad's brother. House looks different? You mean this house? Or you mean the greenhouse? Yeah, this is my greenhouse. That's the house. Which reminds me, I'm gonna have to completely rework the fucking windmills if I want them to actually fit. So I realize they're too close together, and if I expand this one any further out, they're gonna collide, and I don't want that. That's something I'm really not looking forward to having to do. Anyways, I was just talking about how I'm going to be going to school again in the new year. To become a certified dog barber. And my first day on the job was pretty interesting. Like, it almost felt like it was staged in a way, because I got to see a lot of different and interesting things. I got to see what happened when you trim a dog's nail too close to the nerve, and how they, like, have to apply powder to stop the bleeding. And also put on a muzzle, because when you clip a dog's nail too much, they do not trust your hands anymore. I got to bathe and dry a full dog, and she was very well behaved, I should say. They got me on simple things, like, I was bathing, then rinsing, because you need to rinse out all the shampoo. And a dog requires at minimum 2 baths. That's something else I learned. Besides that... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the first bath is to get out all the crud in their fur. Then you rinse that off. Then the second bath is to go, like, right down to the skin. And that's the one where you gotta be really thorough. But yeah, I got to meet a lot of dogs. The one I mainly got to work on that day, really super well behaved. Like, she didn't make any noise, she didn't move that much. I could tell she wasn't the most comfortable with it, especially once I had to, like, start drying and touching her feet, but she was just so well behaved. I also... I also, saw a Bichon there. My family used to own 2 Bichons. Except this one was really weird looking. It didn't really have a neck. Mustard? What about mustard? Oh, no, not Dijon. Bichon with a B. Actually, the first dog they gave me was one that they never dealt with before, so they really didn't know how, like, she'd react. Because you can't trust owners to tell you, oh, they're very well behaved. Bijans are... They are really cute dogs. They're really good house pets, especially around children. They were also bred as circus animals, which probably explains why they're so easy to train. They're kind of like poodles, but thicker and shorter. That's funny. No, Bijans are... They're like some sort of... They have some poodle in their roots, but poodles have a lot more, like, slender proportions. Even toy poodles are skinny. But Bijans are fat. They're fat, chonky, and fluffy white hair. And like I said, very well behaved. Very good to train. So I got to see one that had no neck. And that was the first thing I blurted out when I saw it, and the other groomers... Sorry, dog barbers... wait, I noticed, they're adorable. Yes, they are very adorable. The Bichon Frisé is how it's officially pronounced. And... yeah, I had one, then I had another. And that second one, we loved so much that we took his ashes, and it's nourishing a dogwood tree up at our property. And yes, we did choose a dogwood tree on purpose. I have no space. Fuck. Oh, I don't know anything about trees. That's just what my parents told me. It's like, oh, it's a dogwood tree. And I'm like, okay, I have no idea what that is, but I'll take your word for it. As for dogs, yeah, I know a thing or two about dog breeds. I'm a big dog person. And I had to be, since I was diagnosed early on with cat allergies. Well, first off, I tried retail work and I fucking hated it. So I said nothing customer facing. And so I spent a long time just thinking about what I want to do. And I saw this really adorable image someone posted, or not an image, it was like a video someone posted on Discord. Of a very effeminate looking man, like dancing to music and grooming dogs, and it was like having a wonderful time. And it made me realize, wait a minute. Dogs are not customers. I don't have to face, like, I don't have to, like, have people skills to deal with dogs. I love dogs, and I know them fairly well. It's work that doesn't require me to be on my feet, but also not sitting down, because I have a problem where I can't do both for very long. And it's a job that lets me, like, focus on a task. Autistic. So, I just realized, yeah, this is a pretty good checklist of things. And probably the big kicker, because at the time I was really concerned, there is no way in my lifetime that artificial intelligence are going to take over dog grooming. There is no way. So it's like, I know I'm not going to get replaced. Yeah, retail. Yeah, retail is... It's not for everyone. You have to be a very extroverted person. And that ain't me, boss. That ain't me. But yeah, so I decided on that around August. Robot dog groomers. What were those, like, toy robot dogs in, like, the 2000s that everyone, like, went over? It was, like, a big fad. Do you remember those? They took our jobs! They took our jobs! We're barely a child. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, alright. Then I guess I'm showing my age. 28. I was like, what? 8, 9 at the time? I don't know. Like, as in compared to last stream, because I am sick right now. And I was explaining that's the reason why I didn't go to my volunteer position today. My boss is immunocompromised. So she suggested I stay home. It was very interesting. I know that dog grooming is not glamorous, though. Like, one of the dogs that went in that day was very much neglected. It was some sort of poodle mix. I don't think we were really sure, but the family that has it, they can't afford to groom it regularly, but it has... So, okay. There are two kinds of dogs. There are dogs with fur and dogs with hair. Poodles, Bichons, Havanese, Poolies, these all have hair. Like humans. And the difference being that... So there is a difference. The difference is hair is thicker and it doesn't shed nearly as much. Because, like, dogs with fur will have, like, coats that will grow out every season. And, like, they're the kind of dogs where their hair just gets fucking everywhere. But, like, a poodle or a Bichon who have, like, curly fur, it's not fur, it's, like, actual hair. And they don't really shed. And instead, they just grow. Like, sheep don't have fur. We call it wool, but it's basically the same thing. It's hair. And likewise, if you don't shear a sheep, the hair will just keep growing and growing. And there was this famous sheep somewhere in New Zealand that was just found in a wilderness with, like, 2 or 3 meters thick of hair surrounding it. Like, this thing could not see. It was probably weighed down by all that hair. They had to, like, bring in professionals. Yeah, you know that sheep? Then you're gonna relate to this story. Because this family had a dog that had hair, and this dog was never groomed before. It was over 1 year old. You usually train them, or, like, usually get them for the first grooming appointment early on, when they're puppies. This one did not. This one was over 1 year old, hadn't been groomed before. The owners say that they don't have enough money for it, which... And that's the thing, if you are going to get a dog, do your fucking research. Because a lot of dogs have very specific needs. Like, my brother knows someone who got a German Shepherd, and they were complaining about why their puppy... It's like, I've had this German Shepherd for 1 year, why won't it calm down? And the answer is because it's an energetic breed. It's not a house dog, it's a working dog. But anyways, back to this particular poor animal. The owners couldn't afford to get it groomed regularly, but at the same time, it cost them more to get it done yearly. Because I got to see this up close, and it was interesting. This hair was absolutely matted. Like, one of the first things that one of my coworkers did when I entered the room, she picked up this fleece off the floor. It was like actual fleece. And it was like a meter long, and that was all came off its back. In one big clump. Like, they had to shear this thing down to the skin. And in the process of doing that, they also had to, like, change their electric razor blades multiple times just so that the friction causing, like, the heat on the blade wouldn't burn the poor animal. And I will say he was pretty good for his first time. He wasn't exactly the most comfortable dog, but he pulled through it. Yeah. And you know what's hilarious? Not really hilarious. And the other groomers were dog barbers were talking about this in this absolutely vexing tone, understandably. The woman who came in said she got another dog of the same breed. Excuse me? You can only afford to get your first dog sheared once a year. Now you're getting two? These dogs are not going to be sheared for 2 years. And also, I learned that, like, when you don't shear dogs for long enough and the hair starts to grow, once you trim it all off, there's a real possibility that, like, blood starts to rush to their ears very fast. Because, like, their ears are so lighter now, and it could potentially cause blood vessels to burst and they could bleed from the ears. Like, do your fucking research on a dog breed before you get it. Don't be that person. What's it gonna do now? Fuck. Guess I'll keep chopping this wood. Actually, hold on. Yeah. Certain breeds are just, they require very specific maintenance. Like, you know, what a pulley is, right? That's the dog with the dreadlocks. And it also has an older relative, the Commodore, which is a larger dog that's usually white, but also has dreadlocks. Those are really, like, high-maintenance grooming pets. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, getting a dog like that groomed once a year, um, because it causes so much damage to their tools, they have to charge extra for it. And not to mention the time. Like, that dog was there for fucking hours getting groomed. But yeah. So, like, Coolies and Commodores, they are really hard to, like, properly groom. Because you need to, like, you need to split the cords down the middle. You need to pull them apart all the way to the roots. Because the cords are just natural matting that happen to form dreadlocks. So if you want to make them look good, you have to, like, split them down. And that can be annoying as hell. And you have to do it with every individual cord. And there's, like hundreds on that dog. And not only that, but you have to wait hours for them to dry, too. Because that hair, they are called mop dogs for a reason, and yeah. Yeah, they're, like, that is the kind of thing where you better love grooming, and you better love this dog breed. Um, yeah, they, they're called mop dogs for a reason, and that hair of theirs just absolutely soaks up everything. I love them to bits, but I would not want to own a pulley. Like, that is too much work. I'm not, like, fucking rich. Okay, let me pull out a calculator and do some quick math. 196. Okay, so 196 divided by 64. So it's 3 full stacks. And what is that decimal? Okay, so it's 3 whole stacks and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna need at least one more stack. There's also this other dog that was there, a golden retriever. Who was it? He really didn't want to be there. Like, he wasn't very vocal, but we tried to keep him in a room. Every time we opened the door, he was always on the other side, waiting to wedge his nose in there and slip out. Little bastard. And he didn't really like standing still as well. Fortunately, that wasn't the one I had to brush or anything. I did do a bit of brushing, but I didn't actually get to do trimming. And I'm a little nervous to do that because, like, that's the kind of thing where you need a professional. Otherwise, the customer is going to get pissed. And can't really use, we're training a volunteer as an excuse for that. Especially considering how expensive it is. What was I gonna get? I came in here for something. Fuck. It's going to be, like, 8 to 10 weeks, from what I understand. It's gonna be one of the best schools in the area, but it's going to be out of town. So that's going to be an interesting change of pace for me. What was I looking for? I can't remember for the life of me. Regardless. Oh, now I remember. You know what? Fuck it. Let's just get this. But yeah, that was nice. The other dog barbers there, really nice people, very casual. Like, there's a very loose vibe going around there. It's not like everything is scheduled. It's a very small business. Although they are expanding, and lucky for me, they are looking for full-time dog barbers. And also lucky for me, because I'm allergic to them, they don't do cats. They are dogs exclusively, which, thank God. That said, I was already more than willing to, like, go through, like, tolerance therapy in order to, get this job. I was absolutely determined. It's like, this is a perfect job for me. I do not want to fuck it up. One thing that I'm not a cat person. I understand why people like them, and they are definitely cute from a distance. Yeah, I was willing to groom cats if needed. I was willing to build up tolerance, like get like a medical prescription and like do some sort of therapy for it. I want to do this. Period. Anyways, as I was saying... What was I saying, actually? But yeah, they don't need me to do cats. They don't do cats at this place. And I was really lucky because the reason I was able to get this foot in the door in the first place was because my brother takes his dogs there to be groomed all the time. And they are very familiar with my brother's dogs. His older dog, who is really whiny and loud, they like to say every time he comes back, he told us so much. He told us everything about his day. That's the way they describe my brother's oldest dog. And what I want to know is, because obviously this dog is used to me, it knows my scent. It's been in the family for years now. I wonder what would happen if my brother takes this dog to be groomed at a day I'm working there. What would happen? Anyways. But yeah, real excited for this opportunity. I think I can make this a career. Yeah, but I'm just wondering if, like, he'll behave differently if I'm the one, like, bathing him and everything. Or will he just be the same usual little shit he is? The problem with my brother's dogs is they're too smart for their own good. They're mutts, which means that they've had a bit of the obedience bred out of them. Not too much, just a little bit. So they're a little bit more independent. And they don't like barriers, be they physical or otherwise, that prevent them from doing what they want when they want. Like, my brother's other dog in particular, she was our rescue. She was like a stray dog found in the wilderness of some reserve. And she apparently already had children. So this was a dog that lived like a full life at a young age. And, like, the first few weeks when my brother got her, she would straight up jump over huge fucking fences. Like, this was a dog who's had to, like, use its agility. It's also not friendly with other dogs for obvious reasons. What about you? You have any dogs? Any pets? Okay, so let me think. How much quartz to make? See, 4 pieces smelt into 2 glass. That means we would need 4 stacks. No, that means we would need 2 full stacks. Wait. So 2 makes 1 piece. So we need 2 full stacks? I hope one of my regulars, Kiki, is doing fine. Because she lives in Jamaica, and I messaged her yesterday because I heard that there's apparently like a huge tropical hurricane coming her way. It's probably already there by now, and I just asked, is there a hurricane coming? And she hasn't answered yet. So my guess is internet's fucked. Anyways, yeah. Yesterday was a very eventful day. It was exhausting work, let me tell you. It was exhausting, but it was mostly fulfilling. I don't know. I want to say it was fulfilling, but fuck, I was tired. Oh yeah, and that's another thing too. I didn't realize how much I'd need to be using my fucking core muscles to bathe a dog. They got these like really big tubs with like really wide edges, so the dogs don't fucking jump over and the water doesn't splash out. So you gotta like reach way in there. And at one point I said I had tightness in my chest and it was hard to breathe. Because I'm not used to using my core. It's one of my weakest set of muscles and it's one of the reasons I have back pain. Damn, I might need a new pickaxe. Oh wait, no, never mind. I got one right here. What am I worried about? once this one breaks, I get a new slot in my inventory. Yay! I'm hoping eventually, by mining this, like, quartz vein, I might actually find, like, a huge geode full of, like, rose quartz and shit like that. That'd be awesome. I really want an alternative to bloomeries. So badly. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need more fire clay. Fire clay bricks, specifically. That'll hold it over for now. Hopefully. Oh, let me guess. Yep. Well, looks like the chickens are scared off. Whatever, I need to feed them again anyways. Man, that was a big oak. Plenty of eggs. This way. That's another thing I'm gonna have to deal with up there. Oh, there is something I need to start harvesting as well. Should probably get done sooner rather than later. Yeah. We're gonna need more. Good time as any other. This might be going a little overboard. Hello there. I know there's a blueberry bush in here. Damn, there's a lot of blueberries in here, huh? More rye. Why not? Oh, wait. I need this flower. I recently learned today that this very yellow looking flower somehow produces blue dye. Don't ask me how. Sounds like I need to start heading home. Hi. Interesting. So I would need 25. If I want to, like, actually make a whole thing of blue dye. Alright. Gonna transition to a standing position now. Nice calm daytime. Good. Ugh. I'm surprised there's any berries left to be harvested at this point. There's actually one more thing I really need to be doing before I'm going to do this. Also, apparently this ceiling is too high. Those numbers in mind. Apparently it's too high to actually count as a cellar. Which I only learned today from like casually reading the wiki. I swear, every time I think I know the proper dimensions for a long cellar shape, I'm wrong. Like it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Apparently the volume has to be under 150 cubic blocks. I'm so gonna look forward to that stage where I'm coughing throughout the night. It's gonna be a fun stage when it's cold. Yeah, you can see it went down. Others is to 0.60. Okay. So this is a proper cellar. It's going for 16 days instead of 10. Okay, yes. That's what a cellar needs to look like. Got it. Fuck, that's a lot of work. Okay. Let me think. We never did find a deposit of this, did we? No. I searched very far and wide for a deposit of it. It's over in this direction. My nose is gonna bug out. Alright. Oh. Well then. I don't expect this one to grow so fast. Maybe I should go tomorrow. We need way more grass. I'm only now realizing this. We're going to need way more grass. It is September 8th. Tomorrow it's going to be October. Oh, and that's another thing I learned today. Apparently, during the month... First off, apparently, pumpkins are chiselable blocks. I did not know that. I don't know if it is in base game or if you need to make the everything chiselable setting turned on, but yes. And during the real world month of October, when you right-click on them to turn them into chiselable blocks, you actually turn them into, like, light source blocks that you can only get in creative mode. So that way, you can, like, put them inside other chiselable pumpkins to make proper jack-o'-lanterns. Oh, they're cool. Nice. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. We still need more. But not too much more. Alright, show. Oh, wait, none of this. This is done. I want to go out exploring, but there's chores to be done. God, my eyes sting. Maybe I shouldn't have been playing VR earlier today. Alright, it's definitely not worth going out now. Oh, fuck. By the way, how's this doing? Ah, burnt out. Wait to move all those chickens in the way of my house. The idea is it's gonna be like a big ring. Big square ring, each section being its own room. I really need to get rid of this pit as well. I'm thinking of making that a winter project. To completely relocate where I burn my charcoal. So, when it comes to this, another thing you have to deal with. What is it with me and falling in holes today?
one more. At least in this direction. And one more in this direction. I'm trying to do the math in my head here. Both sides are going to have to expand out by 1, and this is going to have to expand out by 2. Totally looking forward to that. Time like the president to get started. Well, actually, okay. It is a calm night. Might regret this. I could potentially go out prospecting. Fireflies. Can't find any more of that flower. Alright, let's start here. given the widest area possible. This is glowing. I need to ask about that. Why are those areas glowing? Thank God it's come night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Still need more flint. That's another reason why I need to be out here. A lot more flint because I think I'm like pretty much out of whatever that shit's called that I use to make fire brick. Now I'm gonna need a lot more of that. Still have yet to find white currants. It's annoying because they are really hard to find in general. Cheer flax. as well. Supposed to switch this around. Okay, never mind. Oh my god. I threw those sticks there so long ago. That's it? Bruh. Suck. I am gonna crash in your place. Oh, we have some clay here. Nice. Okay. Cornflower. Wait, that's one of the things I can make blue dye out of. Highlight is salt, right? Yep. I can't believe I am already reaching the Steel Age, but I have yet to find any Considerite. That is just so infuriating to me. In case my current deposit runs out. Sure. Said at some point for a project. Here. The idea that in order to find Siderite, I'm going to have to Set sail? In order to do that, I'm going to need sails, which means lots and lots of flax. Speaking of flax. Here we go. Alright, guess I'm staying home. I'm gonna have to start paying attention to the temperature now, starting tonight. guessing that by now my I'm going in the complete opposite direction. I'm guessing by now that last bit of glass is done. I should probably start sealing up. Sealing up that greenhouse. Really need to get home fast though. The Pearl Storm is probably going to be here by sundown. So yeah, and you hurry, then immediately start foraging. Ooh, blue clay. Okay, that's worth marking. Yeah, I went far. We have enough blackcurrant bushes. And back home we are. Change your stage. No. Alright. Goes in here. Probably eat something. Damn. Oh, is there like a female wolf pup now? That's interesting. That's disappointing. By the time we get new inventory, the storm's already going to be here. Plus, I should probably get inside. There's already rift activity. God, my eyes.
Now I guess you just play the waiting game. There it is. Oh, right. How could I forget? Okay, where do you come from?
Alright, one second.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh, that's new. Ah. It's the exact same. There's too many in one stat? What the fuck? That's really fucking weird. It's the exact same pie.
Oh wait, there are some left. Alright. Sure, I guess we'll just use whatever the fuck is left. 2 hours. What kind of temporal storm is this? Heavy. Great. Well, this is going until morning. I mean, technically it's morning. Now would be a good time to do this. There we go. Oh. Thought this would be longer. Alright. Oh, that's a Nightmare Drifter. That's nice. Let's see, second heist here. No biggie. Look at how much health he took off in one swing.
I hate my face right now. Fuck. Okay, so now they stack. What the fuck? Alright, it is now officially October. Oh. Wait. Can I just put it on there now? How that happened? Either way. I didn't check the temperature last night, did I? Over here! Piece of shit. Oh god, there's one more. Of course, there's one more. Holy fuck, there's so many. That's not true. I've had to handle way worse levels of boat torrents after a temporal storm. Fuck, I'll never forget that one. Like, there was like easily 20 of them, probably more. They were all outside the door. The one and only exit to my home. Fuck, dude. Oh, you die. Semi-decent amount of gears.
was parsnips growing in here. I was wondering where those seeds went. You know damn well I'm gonna try and grow more. I wonder if we can get one more batch of berries for the first frost. Maybe. Alright, what's next? What's next on the agenda? I guess one thing we're definitely gonna need is to, I guess, store more grain. We need to organize this all at some point. That's another winter project. Let's see, to make brine, 25. Oh, wait, wrong material. Wait. Whoops. Halfway there. Damn, it's already getting late? What the fuck? Felt like it was the morning just a moment ago. I mean, granted, I know it's getting darker faster because it's past... Actually, I guess it's not... No, the end of the of October is the solstice, but still... So, Ephraim, what do we got? Crap. Well, that's not true, we also have Lapis, but no, I don't need that. Oh, this is crap. What I'm looking for is seed vessels, because that is where I'm going to find good crops to grow. Most important of which being pumpkin, but also cabbage. If you can find yourself like a good source of cabbage, and you can make cabbage and red meat stew, oh my god, that's gonna last you forever. Like, I'm pretty sure it gives you more, like, nutrition than you can actually process at one time. It is very good. In the morning, pitch blackout, and these assholes are around. Lots of logs today. Looks like they laid an egg down there. I'll get it later. Importantly, I don't see any chicks yet. Wait, is this fox harassing them? That was definitely not close enough to trigger their running instinct. Gotta stay out of there for 3 days. Oh, right. Oh, I knew no south in there. Guess I forgot about it. That's right, though. I need to make a different kind of hide out of it. So I was the only one in there. I'm thinking now's the time to start greenhousing this up, even without checking the temperature. I just got a gut feeling. New axe needed soon. Very soon. Still got 100 uses left. See if we can stretch this out until we can get a steel axe. Okay, I'm curious about something though. My nose. So, how much flax do we need? Oh my god. Let's see. So, 21, 21 times 4, 4 times 4, 336 divided by 64, 5.25 stacks of linen to make a sail. Or of flax fibers, I mean. Oh my god, that is so not worth it. What? That's not right. Not even remotely. Hell? Why is one... You can waste 16 whole coal just to keep this moving? Fuck you. Alright. October 2nd. Looks like more like eggs. Bleh. Eggs have already been laid. Beautiful fall colors. Okay, we're almost certainly not gonna make all that flax fiber with the remaining flax we have here. Not even close. 4 left to spare. I did my math right. I'll tell you this much though. Next harvesting season, I am probably gonna have all the flax I'll need. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'll have half of all the flax I'll need. And then the other half will come the next year. It would be awesome if I can get all I need for a sailboat during the winter, but... Or like during this last harvest, but I highly doubt it. And that material is probably better spent on the sails. The windmill sails, not the sailboat sails. Any stone flax seeds is nothing to scoff at either. I remember in the first world I made, the one that I stuck with at least, I had like multiple stacks of flaxseed, and even then I was still like I was like tossing them away because I really did not need that many seeds. Oh shit, they did make it more convenient. Hell yeah. Alright, let me think. So, the cementation furnace is done. We have an expansion on the greenhouse. I want to make an additional expansion over the winter, specifically for fruit trees, or at least one fruit tree, because they take up a lot of fucking space. And trying to actually get a fruit tree started means the vernalization period must be respected. So it has to be built over the winter and not now. I mean, technically it can be built now, but it's a waste of time. You still need to expand the width of the windmill tower in order to make sure these blades don't intersect. I only need to make it one more. That aside, I might also finish the second room, which is going to be the forge, and then the next room, which is going to be right in front of me, down there. I think I might make that the main entrance. Because the entrance here is temporary. Also over the winter,
make a distillery. As well as bake a lot of bread to sell to this guy over here. And I hope they can also grant me a seed vessel full of pumpkin seeds. The next spring plans, I'm gonna try again to go out and search for cassiterite. Finish out the windmill. Once I have cassiterite, I can make a tin bronze pickaxe, which is what this guy over here needs in order to give me the location of the first quest. And now I have steel, which I'm probably also going to start making a lot more of. I have access to some of the best weapons and equipment in the game, which is good because the first dungeon is brutal, even though it is the first. I'm also going to need to finish that sailboat over there. This is all for another time. I'm signing off. So, good night, everyone. Oh, and tomorrow is going to be a big old collab for Halloween. So, good night. See you tomorrow.